My thoughts on every single game in Week 13. Technically, not every single game because it's just the Sunday games. The 3 games on Thursday are already passed, Friday as well. And a happy Thanksgiving to everyone who enjoyed the holiday. We got some weird games this week. You got some snow in the air. I live in Indiana, and it has already snowed not only this morning, but it is freezing. For somebody who's lived in Florida for the past 2 years, I just can't believe how cold it is. I get home from work, like literally 5 minutes ago, just to turn on my thermostat. It is just freezing cold in this apartment. But on a side note, that was a complete other side note. Let's get into these games here. And the first one on the board, Niners-Browns. And you see the 4.5-point spread. It's a weird number considering all things for this game. Honestly, the Browns shouldn't be, this number should be a little bit bigger, let's be quite honest. But we do know the capability of the Cleveland Browns. They do have a great defense. Then they do have a rookie quarterback who can show out. He can, move and use his legs and all that. It's going to snow in Cleveland. The spread was 7.5 when the week started. It went down to 4. It's going to be a defensive game. You saw Brock Purdy play terrible against a Carolina team. I think the Browns could sneak it. I don't know if I want to pick the Browns necessarily because, the Niners are better coaching, better defense. It's just I don't think the offense is going to be there. 35.5, that's definitely a weird number. I just don't think the Browns have enough offense to get this job done. The Niners are going to win. It's just a matter of how many points. So I like the Browns spread for sure. I just think it's going to be like a 13-10 game. It's going to be really weird. I don't want to touch this game pretty much. So I'm picking the Niners. I just really have no idea who's going to win. It's in Cleveland. It's really cold. The Niners aren't used to the cold. Be in the wintertime. They're going to the East Coast. Not the East Coast, but the East Side. They live in the West. You know what I'm saying. So next game, Jaguars-Titans, another weird trap game. You might just say, hey, Mike, why don't you just take the Jaguars and close your eyes? No, because it's a division matchup. You look at the records, it's misleading. The Titans, 1-10. Cam Ward's been pretty good the past few weeks. They kept it close against Seattle. Yes, the game was out of hand. They kind of scored a garbage time touchdown, but it was a 7.1 score game in Seattle. I think this screams Tennessee to upset. I'm actually picking the Titans in this game. Plus 240. Love the value there for that. It's just very interesting to me why everyone's overlooking this game. 65% of people like Jaguars -6. Again, it might be a one-touchdown game, but I love Titans plus 7.5. I like them to win outright, but Jaguars secondary has been rough, and if Cam Ward can take advantage of that, Trevor Lawrence has been very inconsistent. He's been good one game, good one down, good one possession, bad the next. So if the Titans can really stop the run and make Trevor Lawrence beat you, I don't think the Jaguars have enough to win this game, and this would be really huge for not only Jaguars playoff implications, but they can potentially win the division only one game back from the Colts and the Texans, which are coming up next. The Texans can easily win this game on the road. I will be at this game for the third time. I'm saying it. This is just kind of been making videos the past few minutes, few hours, if you will. I will be at this game. I'll be leaving tomorrow morning. It's gonna be freezing cold. It's something the Texans probably aren't used to playing inside. But also, Lucas Oil is a dome, so I don't know why I'm talking. But the Texans are really interesting because C.J. Stroud's coming back, Jalen Petrie coming back from concussion. The Colts have a really good run defense. Daniel Jones playing on a fractured fibula, and the Colts are favored by 3. It doesn't make any sense. Give me the Texans on the road. I mean, realistically, all of the upsets, there's been 4 games so far, 4 upsets. I'm not saying the Browns upset the Niners, but we're going to have a lot of upsets this week. There's so many weird games, so many division games, and a lot of playoff implications on the line. I think enough said. Texans have the better defense. Texans honestly had the better offense with Daniel Jones on one leg. I seriously think we might injure him tomorrow. Anyway, moving on. Saints-Dolphins. Dolphins could easily get in the playoffs too. They had a really rough start to the season, but they can finish it out. They do have the Bengals. They do have a couple tough games, but they can go 9-8 the rest of the season. Is that enough to get in the playoffs is another question. But the Saints are a pretty easy team. The Dolphins defense isn't great. It's not terrible. They've done their job, but I think the offense has just been better. And when you have somebody like Jalen Waddle, who's been to his favorite target since Tyreek's going down, I don't think the Saints have a shot in this one. Dolphins at home. Again, Tyler Shuck has not looked very good. No offense, he's looked good at times, but again, the Dolphins would have to be terrible offensively to lose this game, and maybe Tua throws a pick, but I'm thinking like a 24-17 Dolphins take it over the Saints. It's going to be a close one. I wouldn't take the Dolphins spread, but I do like them to win. Should be a weird, interesting game. Honestly, a sneaky Jalen Waddle, anytime touchdown. I really do like Jalen Waddle to get in the end zone. Devon Achane should have 100 yards on the ground. That's what I like from the Saints-Dolphins game. Falcons-Jets, another game I think it can be an upset. It's at MetLife. The Falcons have Kirk Cousins, who hasn't been very good in the 2 starts that we've seen him in this year. Maybe 3. I mean, he just hasn't been good. Bijan Robinson is the only key for the Falcons to win this game. And if we look at honestly, I'll just go ahead and show it. We're going to look at the Jets' last 2 games stopping the run, because you would think the Jets, right, their record is terrible. They probably don't do well stopping the run. You would think wrong. Let's take a look at the last 2 weeks, if I could go ahead and find these for you. So the Jets, they got Derrick Henry last week. They held him to 21 carries for 64 yards. That's pretty good. The game before that, you got Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson. 19 carries, 62 yards, under 4 yards a carry. Quinshawn Judkins, a pretty good runner, 22 carries, 75 yards. They've shut down a lot of runners. It's been a lot of zone gap schemes like the Bengals that have worked. Rico Dowdle, they shut him down. The Jets, realistically, they're not a bad run defense, which is very interesting to me. I think the Jets upset on the road. The Falcons aren't going to be able to do anything offensively. No Drake London. The only thing that could really save them is Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts. The Jets play a lot of man-to-man coverage, so maybe Mooney catches a bomb, but that's realistically it. Sends pressure after Kirk Cousins. Don't let him hold on to the ball. I think the Jets win, man. The Falcons stop. They cannot stop the run. Breece Hall is going to run it up the middle every single down. I love Breece Hall for touchdown, fantasy, DFS. The more that I think about it, the more that I've been looking at the games, I'm like, Jets love to run it. They can't pass. Falcons, they're good at dropping guys in the coverage. They can't stop the run. Breece Hall's going to feast. He might have a game like a 33-pointer like he did a few weeks ago. I don't know. Cardinals, Buccaneers. I don't know why the Bucs are still favored by 3.5, because if Baker Mayfield is ruled out tomorrow, there is no way Teddy Bridgewater is going to walk into Tampa Bay and win. Yes, they're at home, but point being, Teddy Bridgewater is a backup quarterback. He's a veteran. He's played for a lot of different teams. Not saying it's impossible, but the Cardinals are the most underlooked 3-8 team out there. Jacoby Brissett's playing great football. They get Marvin Harrison back. Michael Wilson has been Jacoby's go-to target now with over 100 yards the past 2 games. Trey McBride is going to have a field day. It's just what he does every single game. Jacoby's been a lot better than Kyler Murray. No offense to Kyler, but he uses his legs too much. Jacoby, he may take a lot of sacks, but he will throw the football and just air it out down the field, which sometimes costs a couple interceptions. But the reason I like the Cardinals is because the Bucs could not stop anything. I'm trying to think of an analogy here, but they can't stop anything. They couldn't stop me walking down the field, and that's a crime. I'm just kidding. But realistically, I just don't understand that the Buccaneers have been that bad. I mean, Baker looks bad because he's playing hurt. And again, I'm really nervous for Emeka Egbuka fantasy owners, because if Baker is playing hurt, it might even hurt his odds even more. An AC joint is no joke. When Baker threw that Hail Mary, he just looked hurt. He was grimacing. I mean, it was bad. So the fact is, when we saw him on the Browns with playing through a torn labrum, Baker Mayfield's going to play. He doesn't care if his arm is chopped off. He's going to play. That's what he does. He puts his body on the line. So I'm not saying Baker's going to get ruled out. However, playing on a sprained AC joint, if he gets hit, if Calais Campbell sacks him, if he drives his body into the ground, if he lands on that shoulder awkwardly, he's done. Not only can he not throw the ball 50 yards down the field, we saw it last week because he's been playing hurt. The Cardinals are going to win this game because of their offense and the Buccaneers' bad defense. The Bucs are not good enough offensively to win this game. They're not. They got outshot by the Bills. They got brutally murdered by the Rams. Cardinals going to win, enough said. Rams, Panthers. I mean, look at the spread. I mean, it's that way for a reason. The Panthers have not been good offensively. They've been really inconsistent. The Rams, one of the best defenses in the league. Ted McMillan's going to get shut down. That's what the Rams are really good. Sean McVay. Panthers have a tough schedule to close out the year, but I don't think the Panthers are going to score more than 10 points in this game. It's going to be like a 30-10 game. I don't know. I don't trust the Panthers here after getting embarrassed by the Niners. The Rams are a better defense than the Niners, so it's going to be a long day for Mr. Bryce Young. But maybe because of his inconsistency, he finds a way. I don't know. Vikings Seahawks, a weird game. Max Brosmer, the rookie. I'm pretty sure he's a rookie. We're getting Minnesota, I believe. All right, I just had to double check. I am right. It's nice to feel good every now and then. Yeah, he's undrafted rookie out of Minnesota. This is 100% the right move because J.J. McCarthy looked like J.J. horrible. I think the Seahawks are going to lose. No. Seahawks are going to win because it's at home. It's a 1 o'clock game. It's not a short week. And that's the thing. A lot of these games on Sunday, they could easily be won because, they watch film. And I'm not a big Seahawks lover. Yes, they were playing really well, but I'd rather be a Seahawks hater because they're playing so well when they realistically don't have that great of an offense. They just have Sam Darnold throw into a great receiver in Jackson Smith and Jigba. The Vikings are going to play Sam Darnold really closely. Sam Darnold revenge game. Brian Flores is going to blitz him, but Darnold's been pretty good on the run. The spread is way too big for me. I think it's going to be an over game. Brosmer's going to have a difficult time, but Justin Jefferson is going to be involved. I don't know how he's going to do, but I think Brosmer's going to keep it close. I think the Seahawks score around 27. Brosmer scores about 17. It's going to be close, the spread, but I still think the Vikings cover 10.5. They should be within 2 scores. And that's what I got for you. I'm not really trusting too many player props just because Sam Darnold could look like a ghost against his old team. I don't know why, but it's just a weird feeling that I have. Bills, Steelers. A lot of people like the Steelers to bounce back. A lot of people hating on the Bills now that they lost to the Texans and they're just not this good team anymore. The Bills are still a good team. It's a mini bye. Aaron Rodgers is playing. I still don't think the Steelers' offense is good enough to beat this Bills team. The Steelers need multiple turnovers to win this game. Yes, Josh Allen didn't look good against the Texans, but I think he's going to come down and just lay the hammer down and rip this Steelers defense apart, use his legs, have a few touchdowns through the air. Josh Allen, fantasy, everywhere, obviously. Don't even question sitting him. He's going to do great stuff this week. I really just don't know who's going to catch the ball. Dalton Kincaid's questionable. Realistically, probably Khalil Shakir. Honestly, I'm feeling a Gabe Davis touchdown just because the Steelers will play a lot of man-to-man. Do think the tight end is a good factor because the Steelers do play a lot of man-to-man, like I just said. But I'm taking the Bills' money. It's going to be a close game at Pittsburgh. It's going to be a tough one, but I think the Bills need to win this one if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive because they can't win the division. Raiders-Chargers, pretty self-explanatory. The Chargers are going to kill them just like they did on Monday night. The Raiders are probably the worst team in the NFL. It's really embarrassing. They fired Chip Kelly. Is that going to change anything? No. Pete Carroll just doesn't look like he wants to be there anymore. He's already said that he's probably going to step down after this season. It's a complete catastrophe in Las Vegas. They're going to just blow it all up. You draft Gentry with no offensive line. It's just not looking good. Chargers off a bye, off a massive blowout to the Jaguars. They're going to make a statement probably about 30-10, 30-17. I don't know why it's only 8.5. I know it's a division rival game, but I think the Chargers are going to win by two touchdowns. That's just me. Raiders don't have a chance. They just don't. They don't have a chance. Broncos Commanders Sunday Night Football. Is this going to be a game? Why is the spread 5.5? I don't care if the Broncos are in outer space. Yes, they're on the road. RJ Harvey's going to run all over this team. The Broncos have one of the best defense. They're going to be second on my list because of the flag behind me. But realistically, how are the Commanders going to be in this game? Yes, the Broncos offense isn't great, but the Commanders defense is terrible. So Sutton's going to catch a touchdown. RJ's going to catch a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. That's how it's going to be. In my personal opinion, I don't think the Commanders have a chance. I don't know why the spread is 5.5. Give me the Broncos by $1 million, -6.5, -2.5, -7.5. I don't even care what the spread is. If it was 10.5, I would have taken it. Broncos are going to beat the Commanders. They're going to beat them up. Giants, Patriots, last game, Monday Night Football. Another interesting game. I'll keep it short. I'll keep it sweet. Patriots are going to win. I don't know by how many. They might win by 2. They might win by 3. Jackson Dart's sneaky. No offense, don't know why the Giants didn't shut him down the rest of the season. Yes, I know he wants to play. However, Dart has been injured. Concussion. We know he likes to run it a lot. He needs to protect his body. He needs to learn how to slide. And realistically, there's no real reason to intend to play your franchise quarterback. Say something, like Teddy Bridgewater. Don't mean that, but knock on wood, God forbid. I mean, that you don't want to see that on a player ever. And it's like Jackson Dart's so good that it's like you play him now. What worst possibility that happens is could be worst possibility. So Dart's a great player. He's proven to play in this league. I think he shut him down the rest of the year. But I guess you want to give the fans what they want to hear. I don't know. It's a controversial decision. Jameis Winston's been playing good football. Anyway, I'll leave that up to you in the comments. Patriots win. I don't like the spread. Travion Henderson should run wild. Drake May should have 2 passing touchdowns. I don't know. Enough said. Jackson Dart should maybe run one in. It's going to be an interesting game, but I don't know. I like Patriots. That's week 13. Thank you everyone so much for watching. It's been Mike Zanetti, the Big Z Breakdown. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well as predictions, anybody. Let me hear it in the comments. Hit that sub button if you're new. It's been Mike Zanetti. Cheers.